GM, it's the 13th of March 2024, and this is your Solana Daily Debrief long form edition. So this is really cool, but the WEN Work Group has just been established and they are now in partnership with the JUP Work Group. So I am very bullish on WEN. I'm far more bullish now that I've heard this news, to be honest. And the actual WEN token price has shot up like 23% or something like that. This was launched 3 AM my time, so I'm not entirely sure when it went up. We'll have a quick look. So we can see it's up 26%. It's pretty close to its all-time high. If we take this back to 7 days, we can see, boom, shot up. And there was, as soon as that announcement came out, it was a decent pump. So there's no way to do any perpetuals. So that was just all spot buying. You can't do any leverage trading on this at all. That was all spot, which kind of pushed it up the price. So I'm very bullish on this. Now with coin, I can't really talk about much. I don't have any, firstly. I missed it. I neglected it, and that's fine. That's on me. The other thing though is it's already at $2.20 or something like that. And so when a token's over a cent or over 10 cents, then it loses that kind of meme coin feel, because people will go and buy a coin like this. A lot of people, like the majority of people that are just retail people, they'll buy something like this. They will literally think things like, yes, but what if it goes to 1 cent? Or what if it goes to 10 cents? Which means it has to delete a zero, delete a zero, delete a zero. Some people even think, what if it goes to $1? Because they don't understand market caps. They have no idea about the actual circulating supply, and that's completely fine. But my logic, therefore, is things like WEN and Bonk will do a lot better. Plus, now that they actually have the WEN Work Group, they can pull people in from the community, get content made, have a huge amount of information, just push out memes and stuff like that, reward them with WEN. I'm assuming this is how it's going to happen, and all of a sudden they're going to have huge success. So I have some more WEN. I'm going to stick with my WEN, and I have no idea on price predictions, but it's going to keep going up in my opinion. Today, 3:30 PM, the JUP Planetary Call. Make sure you get involved with this. So showcasing a new product, more information about Dupe for Dupe, the new LFG paper, and you'll be hearing from Zeus Network. If you don't know about Zeus Network, then come and check out the call. Otherwise, there'll be content available on Dupe's YouTube as well, and I'll link to that tomorrow, probably when it comes out. If you like to do LPing, and if you like render, then you may be keen to jump into these pools, because there is a decent amount of rewards coming. I don't really hold any render. They may do very well, but I'm far more excited for gaming token. It looks like it's not actually loading, but you can see there is extra rewards here, and there's extra rewards here. So at the moment, the TVL is quite low in both these pools. So it's not exactly clear, but long story short, you're getting rewarded with extra tokens. I've covered how to use Meteora in a video, so go check out that video. I'll link it below, but it's very simple. Maybe just even learn it. Go put in $100 worth of render, $100 worth of USDC, put in here, get some extra rewards. Be aware if the render price goes up, there will be impermanent loss, but just put in here and let it farm away just to experience it. You'll also be getting MET points from Meteora, and I'm very bullish on Meteora. One thing just to keep in mind is do watch my video on Meteora, because this has a system where you basically, you put it into bins. So there's all these different bins here, and if it goes outside of a range, I cover all this in the video, then it won't be trading. So you do need to check on the position and adjust it as needed. Phantom has flipped MetaMask in the App Store. This is just for the mobile app, so congratulations. Parcl has some new information on real world utility. Let's check it out. Reading through this, I'm not seeing too much new stuff in my opinion. Basically, as far as I can tell, there's not going to be any tokenization where you can buy a house, which is fine. I don't really want Parcl to do that, to be honest. However, if we come on down, we can see the TLDR. Parcl enables new possibilities for wealth accumulation while presenting a viable alternative to combat the pressures facing home buyers in today's volatile market. Since volatile, I wouldn't really call real estate exceptionally volatile. Maybe it's volatile more to the upside, but it's definitely going up. So we're not there yet, in my opinion, and I've talked about this in my video on the winner's curse, but we will be entering into a stage where we will literally see that, well, we've already seen it, but we'll see it again even higher. And that will be when it starts to do that. I will give my opinion on when it starts. That will be the time to long certain cities. And then you do have real world utility in the sense that you're longing a city that goes up, and maybe your own rent in that city goes up, and at least you're kind of staying up I guess, with the cost of your rent going up and whatnot. Either way, when it comes to housing, I know it's quite difficult out there, something I can't fix, but I can teach you how to use Parcl. Here's also a thread on the LP positions. So if you put money into the LP positions, you're not going to notice a fantastic return, but you do get points, and I am bullish on that Parcl token that's coming from that points drop in the future. So we have the LP share price, just over $1, and basically it goes through a few things, and essentially when a trader is in profit, they tend to realize. So it says traders tend to recognize their gains quicker than their losses. So the current figures show there are $136,800 worth of estimated traded losses, which are yet to accrue to the LPs. When traders realize their losses, the LP share price goes up. So in other words, this price will continue to go up. So the yield is not great, but the yield is some yield. It will go up and up. And when these are actually realized, then that money accrues into the LP. If you want to get involved in Parcl, my referral is just Seb Monty, just nice and simple. And I do really like Parcl. I've covered it many, many times. You can check out those videos. SolanaFM is now partnered with RugCheck, so you can go and put in your token, and then RugCheck, which is from the team from Fluxbot and Fluxbeam, you can just check and see if a token is good. So things like, can they issue more? The 10 top wallets, do they hold a huge amount of supply, etc. For tokens that are really, really established, RugCheck, you can use it. It's not that great, but more so, this is really, really important for new meme coins. I know there's a lot of people out there that just want to chase meme coins, and fair enough, you can find the next whiff. Probably not the next whiff exactly. Of course, you can put in $200 and walk away with $10 2 days later as well. There's a huge amount of risk there, but if you want to get into that game, then check out RugCheck and make sure you're using birdeye.so and go and track down those new meme coins in different alpha groups. I'm yet to play with this, but the Solchat video experience where you go public wallet to public wallet by using your wallet, you can see this between Tolly and Rahim. This is going well. So it's something I need to play with. I would say they're getting lots of traction because Rahim used to be global community management at Solana Foundation, so he's got those connections there. So certainly well worth checking this out. I'll see if I can cover it within the next week or so. This is big news. So the announcement from Grass is that Grass is the first ever layer 2 data rollup. So they're building a chain that can process 1 million transactions per second and then settle them on Solana. So I'm not sure exactly how this is all going to work yet. I don't think anyone is, but it says that Grass needs to be in L2. We're expecting 1 million web requests per second, and no chain can process this. Instead, we'll be making ZK proofs, which is a little bit too confusing for me to go over in this video. But essentially, you have all of these transactions, they happen somewhere else, then they get bundled up into one kind of transaction and then put back to the layer 1 to say all this did actually happen, it is true. Something along those lines. Making ZK proofs of the origin data for all data sets and batching them to be settled on an L1. Once again, confusing speak for most people that are watching this video, even confusing for me, but it's technical and that's completely understandable. The development will open us up as a base layer for a whole host of apps that are only possible on top of Grass. So this is all just coming in the future, and a lot of this is a huge amount of effort. So I'm excited for what they're going to build, but I'm going to wait and see as they're building it, because there's so much work here, and just let them build, see how it goes. Wormhole says Solana Spring is coming soon, so let's get ready for that. The first Star Atlas Titan ship has been sold, and this has made a history. This sold for $5 million. I mean, congratulations, but at the same time, that is quite a bet that they're taking, a massive bet. And I wonder, I'm just speculating here, and I hate to say this, but I'm just curious if maybe this had some sort of equity deal or something like that, because $5 million is a lot of money, and maybe this was done as kind of a fundraiser, an organized fundraiser. Either way, congratulations. And of course, I do hope that Star Atlas ships their vision. I just also have to be realistic. This is a massive undertaking. A lot of their funds were stuck in FTX. They'll get some of it back, of course, but we'll have to see how this all goes. Retired Chad Dev says Kamino Finance has the best place for rates and yields, especially when you're factoring in points. So most of my funds that are dealing with points are in this. And just keep in mind, in case you've missed it in my other videos, Kamino hears us and we'll be doing this right, which means that the OGs that really put in the effort, they will be getting additional percentage, and the point system will be heavily adjusted, it has been, to limit dilution by whales. So we're eating good in April, but remember the other thing is, of course, there's two sides of things. I want you to use dApps so that you learn how to use them and you become experts on blockchains and you make gains, of course. The other thing is you can just go and farm these things, and you have to do a little bit of both because people are going to farm them and then they're going to dilute you, and you just can't use them just organically. But in my opinion, using something because you like it is the best first step. And then from there, if you've got the extra funds, go and get the extra points so that you can grow up that bag of whatever the token is. And I do think Kamino has the possibility to go multi-cycle. So what I mean by that is a lot of tokens will go up for a couple of years or a year or so, and then they will not be relevant in the next cycle. That's common, but really good DeFi dApps definitely have that potential. So Kamino does, and JUP does as well. You'll see other tokens like on other chains, as an example, Aave. Now Aave was one of the first tokens and it went up a crazy amount, and it's down considerably compared to what it was, but it's up considerably compared to what it started at. And it has that potential to go up higher because Aave is such a great app. Kamino has that potential as well. Of course, it relates to the team's decisions and the community and things like that. And the meta and the narrative right now is far different compared to with Aave when the token was released in 2018, and then 2020 it did a crazy spurge, and 2021 I think it went even higher. So it's a different meta, different narrative, but long story short, Kamino is good, go and use a dApp. There's no referral system, so just go and use a dApp. I'm not playing this game, Photofinish, because I just don't have any horses, but fantastic growth. So marching towards 10,000 daily active users, then 100K. You can see just the entry fees going up and up and up. So a lot more horse races are happening every day. Someone asked me the other day on a video about Genopets. I haven't heard about Genopets in such a long time. It's not on my feed at all. Like I've never seen anything on my feed. So I'm not going to cover it. I just don't have any time for it. But you can go and watch this short little thing. This is from Solana and discussing Genopets. Maybe this can help you out. This is really interesting and I may have missed some stuff, but Sunny is the president of DeGods, and it says whenever the bridge is done, DeGods and Utes will have the choice to be back on Solana. So that's pretty cool. I don't know what to make out here. There will be people that own DeGods and Utes that are of course welcome on Solana. They have never left Solana. They were born on Solana. They'll stay on Solana. They moved over there because they had to move over there. But at the same time, marketplaces will accept them because of course they're going to get return, and that's completely fine. Plus Magic Eden has invested in the actual company behind DeGods. So they'll be of course welcome there, and Tensor will add them into the marketplace. That's all completely understood. But the thing is, the decision by Frank and the team was terrible. It was always terrible. And I don't really know if they can recover from it, to be honest. It's not impossible to recover from it, but it's going to be hard. Like I don't really see that they're doing anything right. That's just my opinion, but you can bridge back if you want to. Welcome now allows you to purchase gift cards with your favorite Solana tokens, including Guac. Solana Labs with their Game Shift program has an airdrop system, which is really easy to use. Eclipse Foundation, I mentioned it yesterday, it's like a layer 2 solution using the Solana virtual machine model. This is for ETH. They're offering a 10K referral bonus for these critical roles: marketing, growth, and people operations manager. So if you know anyone, go for it. Just keep in mind that bachelor's or master's degree required in business marketing, etc. This is just not a typical crypto job. However, maybe if you've got a decent amount of experience, and I mean like decent, like you've actually built something really cool, or been part of something that built something really cool, then maybe apply anyway, because at least you can show a Web3 portfolio as opposed to a Web2 background with these sort of degrees. They're probably not going to have the experience. They'll then have a 2-year learning curve to even understand all about this Web3 stuff. So this could be definitely worth looking into. A game from Ethereum, Killabears, is bridging to Solana this month. Never heard of them, but they got a huge amount of volume and a decent floor price. So we'll see how this goes. April is a month of airdrops. We have so many things happening. I haven't got it started on IONET yet. Game that I've mentioned, but I'll cover that in more detail later. But get amongst all of these. Wormhole, that we can't get any more of an airdrop there, but you can do Uprock and Grass. I'll have links below for that. If you're part of the MetaDAO, if you want to understand Futagi, then jump into this and start understanding this. This is just a discussion at this stage, but this is really cool. I love this and I've covered it in other videos. Go check them out. Samoid is not getting the attention that they want. Of course, all the meme coins are going well, but Samoid coin is not doing well. So they've got $3,000 in bounty rewards to empower people and you can just check this out on Super Team. If you want Super Team Earn, these are currently the bounties. So right now, if you look at this, you might think, well, it's only 3K. But if you, as an example, if you were the ultimate intern, if you're actually really good with community engagement, memes, and that sort of stuff, maybe you are living in a country where it doesn't cost a lot to live, and you just want to upskill, this could be definitely worth going and applying for. And that 125,000 SAMO could be, if you don't sell it all, if you're a very good intern, that could be worth like $50,000 in the future. Who knows? Solana MEV tips were kind of thought that they're going to slow down after there was a change made, which was expected when we basically took away the ability to do sandwich attacks. And but now bundles last month high, so the tips are actually just still coming in, but fortunately no more sandwich attacks. Tensor has set up the Tensor Foundation and introducing Tensor, so this is going to be their token. This is really cool, and I don't know exactly what the play here, because the point system over there has been really challenging, really challenging. You basically had to farm points aggressively, otherwise you didn't get anything. And I doubt that even if you've used it a little bit that you'll get any points, but maybe they have a tier system. Either way, this is competition between Tensor and Magic Eden. This was always going to happen, and now you need to go where you're rewarded best in Web3. Everything's happening in terms of airdrops and points, Zeta Markets. The roadmap is here. So they've got 4 phases: becoming Solana's fastest perps exchange, the foundations, growing the pie, the official launch of Zed, and then governance. And then we'll see how phase 3 goes. Right now, just go and check out Zeta. I haven't done any tutorials on it. It's pretty simple to use though. If you have any questions, let me know in comments, and then I'll do a tutorial in the future. With Assetdash, if you have any Vantas, make sure you burn them, because they're not getting any airdrops, but the Elements PFPs, they are. If you're confused about this, just go to Discord. It's very simple. You just go to the burn site, you take your Vantas, you unstake them, and you send them to the burn address listed on the official burn site. I will show you how to do this tomorrow in tomorrow's video, but if you've got some of these Vantas now, as I've covered it in the past, you may do, just go and follow those directions. You need to do this so that you get these extra airdrops that the Elements PFPs are getting. And I'll mention that they're going to be worth maybe a couple $100 throughout the next few months, maybe more. I'm not entirely sure, but they're worth doing. And there's a new video from Bonk March Madness. This is coming. More details from the dog coming soon. So I have no alpha on this whatsoever, but follow Bonk for more information. That's all for today. Stay curious. Catch you tomorrow.